Hello viewers, how are you today? This is a toxic show. My name is Dr. Joyce W. Charles. We are following up on a topic that we began some times ago, and I have beautiful girls here in the studio. We're going to be talking about sponsorship, right? Not a college sponsorship, but you know, when girls get older men who are possibly economically stable, who are able to help them financially, and it's like a new thing in colleges nowadays with girls even out there. So we're gonna be dealing with those things, and I know that you're gonna get something that is going to help you if you're a parent, you know how to take care of your children, so that another man out there doesn't take advantage of the innocence of your girls or our girls. If you're watching me on television, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you call someone to watch with me, call your children, your family members. That show that everybody should be able to watch. If you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, just copy the link and send to somebody who is going to benefit from this specific show. We're just going to have an introduction here. Let us begin with this lady who is not new to us. Tell us your name and where you're from.
Praise God. My name is Cynthia Moshiri, and I'm happy to be back. I'm not new. I was in the other shows, and be blessed.
That is awesome. Next to her.
Praise God, viewers. I'm Petronella Esther from Nakuru County, currently studying at Rongai Teachers Training College as a first year.
That is awesome. All right, next to her.
Praise God, viewers. I'm Cynthia Perez Akinyi from Nakuru Teachers Training College, and I thank God for being here.
Karibuni sana. We're going to have a great time. As you can see, these are young girls. I don't think there is any of you here who is above 25.
No.
No. All right. So these are young girls. And the reason why we're talking about sponsorship, because this is the age group that is being targeted. And we're just going to know what is happening. I want to start with you, Cynthia, because as much as you're in college, you're above 18, I believe you have your own mind.
Yes.
You have been taught manners by your parents.
Yes.
Why would a girl of your caliber consider having an older man to support them economically while their parents took them to school to study? What is going on in the mind of this girl?
Okay, first of all, I would like to say most girls are driven by greed.
Okay.
You find that the girl does not lack anything. She has school fees, she has pocket money, the family provides for her, but yet still she wants more.
All right.
No, because of her wanting more, she knows that she can find it in old rich men.
Okay.
Because when
you say it, all rich men, like there is no young men who are rich. What and what all right.
So
yeah.
For example, the students back there in campus or in college, they know that they don't have much because they are depending on their parents, so they know they cannot provide for them. Right. So where else will they go look for money? In all rich men. Yes.
Or vice versa, because sometimes you can find these young men who are having older women or women who have money who are actually keeping them.
Yeah, but
the sponsorship is only for men giving girls money?
You mostly, yes, you can say young men, but you find most young men, they are driven by something. They have a certain goal, and you find that if they want to be with that lady, mostly they want to settle down. Okay. And you may find that the lady does not want to settle down sooner. Yeah. So she knows that she'll find comfort in an old man who has a lot of money. Okay. Yeah.
All right. All right. Talk to us, Esther.
Okay, just to support on the point that Cynthia just addressed,
all right.
I also like to talk about background.
Okay.
Apart from greed, also our background affect the way we interact and present ourselves to people. Because you find a girl who is coming from a poor background, lack of support from the parents causes them to be driven to find sponsors who can cater for their needs. Yeah, so also apart from greed, low background affects our lives as girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now, Paris tell me, I hear what she's talking about greed, I hear about the background, but I'm also thinking, I grew up in a family that didn't have much, but I don't remember myself having a sponsor to buy me some cream or some perfume. I was comfortable with what my parents gave. I was taught well enough to know that I may not come from a well-up family, but I can do just fine with whatever my parents have given me. Is it that the generation we have of girls are not comfortable, are not, that ability to be okay with the issue that you have?
You know, sometimes there's also something to do with exposure.
Okay.
There are some families that they do expose their children so much, and you find that there are some families that they lock their girls inside. Mostly they are girls. They lock their girls inside. So when they find that opportunity to go out, they use it.
Okay.
Let's say I, like Cynthia, I have been locked for some time. So when I get that opportunity to move out and find someone who can give something unto me, you find that I will try as much as possible. With that little that he will be giving me, I will be using it adequately so that most of the things that the parents that don't give me, I will be getting from that person.
All right. So exposure also is important. So parents should actually not really, it's good to protect your children, but don't lock them in. Don't be so strict that they don't even have a social life. No, Cynthia, tell me. Now, we know these girls are in school, they're in college, and we're talking about colleges because it's where the thing is happening as much. Now, you're in school. This sponsor is somewhere in the office managing their business or doing whatever they do. How do you meet? How are these people meeting? Because I'm thinking, like, I mean, I spend my day in the studio. I spend my day here. Let's say I'm 25 years old, working for Oracle Television Network. I mean, where will I find a sponsor? My whole day is spent here. Your whole day should be in books. How are you connecting with the sponsor? Social media or what?
Okay, I can say first,
Yeah.
you know, even though you spend the whole day in school,
Yeah.
college is different from high school and primary.
Okay.
In college, there's that freedom where you can go out and no one will ask you. So that's where they take the chance to do whatever they want. When they're released or when they're allowed to go out, they search for sponsors, or they look for men to provide for them for
how
their
do you look?
needs.
How are they? Okay, I'm not trying to show people how to look, but I'm just trying to imagine in a normal day, you have woken up, you've done your maybe several lessons you had for the day. You possibly want to go out to the nearest shopping center or town to buy something for yourself. Where is the sponsor coming along in that whole thing?
Mostly friends. Friends.
Like
okay.
I can add on what Cynthia is saying.
Yeah.
You know, when you are in college or a university, you are in college or you are a university students, you have phones, and some even have tablets and the laptops.
Yeah.
So you get that in the social media, you find some people.
Yeah.
And you find that we as girls or even the young people, when you find someone and you get that the person has money, and the young people, they're always driven by money.
Okay.
So when you get that someone has money and you can reach unto that person, you find that you will try as much as possible to reach him.
Okay.
So sometimes it's always the social media.
So now tell me, Esther, so it's not like the men are looking for the girls, because I'm listening to you. Is the girls looking for these men?
Okay, also men can look for girls.
Okay.
Let's say, for example, through whatever she has said, the social media, maybe you are in Facebook or in Instagram, and then this certain person back there sees your picture.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, you'll capture a very beautiful picture and put it online.
Yeah.
So when that person sees you, he'll be captivated by your beauty and he'll want to know you more. So he'll be there to search for you.
All right. But Esther, it can be the other way around.
It can be the other way around, but okay, 90% men sponsors normally look for girls to satisfy their desires, not to sponsor you. But because there is nothing that you can give me for free, that is why sponsorship comes up.
All right.
Yeah, the man wants sexual desires or the other way around, and then the woman
wants
out of that,
it.
yeah, sponsorship arises. And to add on what they have said, peer pressure comes in at a greater height. 90% is peer pressure.
Yeah.
It's always said that birds of the same feathers flock together.
Yeah.
So I can have somebody who sponsors me and caters for all my needs, and then Cynthia does not have. And then I can't tell Cynthia that, you're so much behind, you don't have this and this. And then Cynthia gets influenced by what I'm doing, and she decides to find someone. Yeah.
And then you find these men are clever.
Okay.
They know they're older than you, so they won't put a picture which will show them that they're old. They look for the best picture when they are young, then post it online. So that's you, when you go and see, you say, wow, this guy is handsome, this guy looks nice, maybe I can try him. But later on, now when you come and meet the guy face to face, is when you realize that this person lied to you through the picture. He posted a picture that he captured when he was young, and yet he's old.
But he has money.
Yeah.
So you keep, at the end of the day, you settle with him because he has money. You don't care the looks. I have always had. You don't look at the man's look.
You don't look at the physical features.
You look at the pocket.
Go for the man.
You go for the wallet.
So 90% you can say that the sponsorship from girls comes from lack of contentment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Contentment is a greater high cause of sponsorship.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering now, what is the level in colleges of this thing? Is it going higher and higher, or is it reducing? Because we've had several instances in our country where things has really gone bad in terms of this topic they're talking about. We have had girls die, we have had like terrible cases happening in our country. So is it on the rise, or is it reducing currently?
Currently, I can say it's rising. It's rising, it's rising. It's happening in schools.
Yeah.
Like in colleges, you see it happen. And nowadays, it's not something that you have to hide. Nowadays, it is in the open. You find that Mercedes-Benz, there's that BMW packed, and you just know a certain girl has come to be picked by her sponsor. Nowadays, it's not something that is hidden. It's in the open. So it's something that is rising at a very high rate. And
it's very sad. Yeah. Now, tell me, Paris, I'm thinking about these girls and the fact that they know they have a future. Most of these men are married. So this girl in her mind, she knows this can be a husband. At which point is she thinking she's going to stop that nonsense and start dating a real guy for marriage? And which guy, I mean young man, will accept to marry somebody like that?
You know, there's somewhere in the Bible we are being told that when you sleep with a man, you become one.
True.
So when the girl goes to sleep with a sponsor, they become one.
Yes.
So it reaches a point that the girl tells the man that now we have been hovering around for so long. Why can't we get along now? But you find that the man can't go on with what the girl is saying. So many things starts happening. That's where you find that the girls are being killed.
Okay.
That's why you find that they are being left with the pregnancy.
Yeah.
So the issue of not being married by those men is that the men can't allow the men can't agree to marry those ladies because they have their wives at home, and these ladies, they were using them for self-satisfactory. Yeah.
Now, I mean, Esther, think about it. Now, if these sponsors can marry these girls, because actually they don't, because these men are not foolish.
Yeah.
Any man coming to pick a girl in college, he can spoil you, he can carry you with the best of range and the latest model of car. But in his mind, he knows this girl is not well mannered. Because they are thinking, if you are my daughter and you're sleeping with another man, I'll kick you so hard.
Yeah.
So don't the girls get to think like, this guy could be giving me money, but he sees me like trash because I'm giving myself to him. It doesn't appear that way in the mind of girls.
I don't think into the minds of most girls it appears that way. Because all a girl is looking for is material possession.
Okay.
Mostly 90% of ladies look for material possession, and when they get that, they're not even looking for if a guy is handsome, is of good manners, ill-minded. They're not looking for that. They go for material possession.
Okay.
Later on, they'll come to think of, oh, I was supposed to date this, when already things have worsened.
Now, tell me.
I can support first
okay.
answer.
Yeah.
There's this talk show that I was watching last night, and then this person was saying that men are predators.
All right.
They take advantage of the situation. They know that you can't survive without pocket money. They know that you can't survive. You know, ladies, we have more demands than men. So they know that these demands must be fulfilled. So they take advantage of the situation. They know that if I go to this lady, I propose this, and then I say I'll provide for her with everything, she cannot refuse my offer. So they take advantage of it. They come, they lie to you, they tell you sweet nothings, they tell you very weird things, and you just find yourself that you're falling for their traps. So you find yourself that you have moved on, and when you want to quit, it's too late. You cannot get out of that relationship, and that's how it ends up in a bad way.
And also, just to add up on what Cynthia is saying, personality matters. If you know who you are, I'm Esther, I'm supposed to be this one, my strength is this one, my happiness rate is this one. If I know myself, who I am, I cannot go for such things. But most of the girls go for those things because they don't know who they are. Their personality is low.
So the identity issue also.
Yeah, the identity issue.
All right. That is actually a good one. Paris, tell us, Do these girls, after some time, maybe after they are dropped, because I believe these sponsors, they can play you for a year and drop you and get another hotter chick. Yeah. Do these girls feel played?
Yeah, they always feel played.
How do you feel played? You're playing the wife.
No, they always feel played. You'll find that even in colleges, you will find some girls saying that maybe I can quote what I heard from them.
Yeah.
Hawa wanaume wanatuchezea sana. But you find that
even mwingine serious hapa. Okay, endelea. Yeah.
They are the ones that are being, they feel played. Because they feel that man maybe doesn't have someone. Right. They are the only ones that those men are having.
Yeah.
So if the man tells them that I'm having a wife, it's nothing to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is very sad, because if a man can come to your college and date you and give you all those things, what makes you think you will not go to the next college in the next town and get another girl who is going to be like you? So how will a girl think that just because a married man has come to you, you are the final stop? That's how. It's not possible. And why do you feel played? Can you really cry because a sponsor dropped you? Do they cry? Do they go through emotional stress?
Yeah, some cry and some even kill themselves.
Hi!
But on my side,
they even kill themselves because of that.
Okay, I think they kill themselves because they are going to lack the providence they were getting from that person. But it's not because they feel they are being played. Because at first point, they didn't love that person. They only went for them because of material possession. So I don't think they cry because of love, they feel play, they've been dumped. No, I don't think so. It's because
maybe the innocent one, because I think there are those who are very innocent, and maybe this is the first man they have fallen in love with, and they didn't realize this thing was not going anywhere. All of a sudden he has dropped you, he has found somebody who is more attractive.
And then you find some sponsors take away whatever they give you. If they bought you that house, they bought you a big flat screen, all that they'll take away so that they can use it to the next victim. So you are left with nothing. And yet maybe you find this lady, she used to boast how her man is providing for her, how her man is caring and loving and all those things. So when she's left with nothing, she'll find that she's the laughing stock in school. And that's what leads to emotional depression. And that's also can lead to death, because she'll commit suicide. Because everywhere she goes, people will be talking like, this is the girl that used to be brought here with a Mercedes Benz, used to be brought with a BMW. Now she has nothing. She's not even she's working.
Now tell us, Paris, how is education then? Because I'm thinking the very first reason why girls go to school, to college or to university is because they need to get a degree, get a certificate or a diploma. Now, are these girls still going to class and getting all the lessons, or are they using all the time to go and make themselves look nice for this? I'm actually I have to say today, I'm looking at all this panel, they look very plain, if you can look at them. No lipstick, like really the way girls should look, and I'm really loving to see how you all look. So I can be sure these ones are studying.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but now, how is the academic level of those girls who are actually very busy having some sponsors around their lives?
For sure, I can say according to what I always see at school. Let me now use that to what I always see at school. The girls don't study because you'll find that in the morning they're being called.
Oh, okay.
In the evening they're being called.
By this sponsor now?
Yeah. So
in fact that because the sponsor has come, or just communication?
Maybe they want to go somewhere, or the sponsor wants her to do something. So you'll find that most of the time she will not be concentrating in class. Or even if she will be concentrating, just a little bit of it.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. And tell me, is it all about this exchange of sexual exchange and also now the money thing? Or is there something else? Do these sponsors use these girls to do other things rather than just this relationship?
I think 90%
is just
of what men look for is sexual
satisfaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for the ladies, mostly they don't look for sexual satisfaction.
Of course,
most of them look for comfort, for that love that maybe they never got back at home, for that comfort, maybe they felt left out and everything, maybe they felt that no one cared for them. So you'll find that they find comfort in these strangers, in these men. And that's why you find that now that's where the men take advantage of the situation, because they know this lady, I can give her whatever she's lacking. Even though she has material possession, but there's something else deep inside her that she's lacking, and I can show her how much she can get that. So by the time you realize it's already too late. So, but for the ladies, mostly it's not about material possession.
So when they come to pick up the girls from the colleges, are they going with them to the hotels, or where does all this nonsense and all this craziness take place? Is it in the hotels? Is it in maybe the ladies' apartment, or where does this take place?
They can't go with them to their houses, that's obvious.
Okay.
They must find a place to take those ladies.
Yeah.
And you find that some ladies are even being used cheaply to let's say just a restaurant around there.
Yeah.
So they can't take them to their houses. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm thinking about these girls, and that's the reason why you are here. There is something called future. And your future, you create it today. So when you're giving, let me not say give because you're selling. When you're selling your body to a man, and you see your body can be just like something, but your body has a soul and has a spirit. There must be damages that go together with all these kind of transactions. So what are usually the damage that you can see, or the effects of these kind of relationships, apart from the major things we've had, like death and those other things? What are the other things that you can tell this lady has done this, and these are the effects that have followed?
First of all, I can say body defilement in terms of diseases.
Well, that's
you can contract a lot of diseases through all that. Yeah.
Okay.
And spiritual level will go down.
Yeah, what she has talked about, when you're talking about body defilement, there's just that thing about a woman that you are created to be pure. And when you give yourself to a man who is not marrying you, is not married you, he's not even the category of those who are marriers, then you you will feel defiled.
Yeah.
Apart from the sicknesses, that you feel defiled, isn't it?
Yes. Then you find that the relationship, maybe this person was someone who was a born-again Christian.
Yeah.
So you find the relationship that she had with God.
What are you talking about? Christians can have this thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Even the Christians go to it.
Because remember we have said one background.
All right.
So poverty is not just from non-believers,
of course.
Also Christians.
Yeah.
So you find a Christian girl is coming from a low background, and he has failed to wait upon the Lord.
Yes.
So he's going to get a sponsor.
Yeah. So that relationship between her and God
is not for the heathen.
Yeah.
No.
It's for all people.
So everyone, like, can you maybe one day realize in your CU, whatever you call them in college, like a specific girl, you can be like, that girl nowadays is moving with sponsors, but she's still coming to church? Does it happen?
Yeah, it happens.
Really?
It happens.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm behind. Because for me, I really thought salvation is for real. Like, if you're born again, they're just areas you don't even know.
It used to be for real, but in this generation, as technology advances, things change.
But the girl will still come in church, lift up her hands,
yes,
talk in tongues.
And that's why the Bible says, not all who call me God, God will enter.
Yeah. And then that lady will come to cover her shame.
Yeah.
Yes. She's shameful. She feels like whatever I'm doing is wrong, but I don't want to be judged by my fellow Christians, so let me just come to church. They see that I'm still with God and everything, but in the real sense, her relationship with God, it's deteriorated.
So now in college, do you have, I know there is a lot of freedom there, but do you have, I know you also do have maybe like patrons who are taking care of you spiritually, but how far can a patron go? Because if a girl is a member of the CU or whatever the organization calls itself, and I'm the patron, am I supposed to sit you down and tell you whatever you're doing is wrong, or I'm just going to look at you because you have your freedom and you're above 18?
So, in a place like that, they are youths.
Okay.
And if you want to deal with the youth, there's a specific way you need to use.
Yeah.
Because a youth, you can't just go and tell him or her that this and this and this directly.
Yes.
You must just find a way on how to fix it so that he or she will remain in that specific place. So if you want to go and talk to a youth in a church, there is also a way to go to him or her so that she will not quit the church. So if you just go on to her and tell her that I saw you yesterday in a place like this and today you are in church, what are you doing? The person will quit. So at times we tend to get, you just move
back.
You pull back and just look at them, watch at them. Maybe they might change some days to come. Maybe you just look at them. Yeah.
Also to support her answer, the church can come together and provide events like seminars, youth camps, missions, because they know most youth will come to them, and that's why they take the advantage of the situation and advise them about life, about there'll be sex education and all that. So through these events, these ladies or these men will know what they're going to encounter in life. So at least they'll have that knowledge to know what's not supposed to be done and what is supposed to be done. So that's how the matrons in the church will help these youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Esther, I'm thinking about, we know a God who is able, who is a Jehovah Jireh. He's a provider. I mean, is it that God is no longer providing for girls, or because I'm seeing like these men have taken the place of God? Are you guys not being taught, or not even to wait upon the Lord? Because sometimes when we say about waiting upon the Lord, it seems like it's a very long wait. So let's talk about the God who provides. You guys, you're born again. Do you see God in your lives?
Yeah.
So you can say God is a provider. He's in college as much as he's outside.
Yes.
So why are girls, I mean, especially those who are born again, why are they not able to wait upon the Lord? I understand you're talking about background and all these other things, but how do a girl decide to trust man more than you can trust and, wait upon the Lord and God will provide for you?
Okay, because you've said Christians.
Yes.
When we pray, before God answers prayers, He looks at so many things.
True.
First of all, your relationship.
Yes.
The will.
Yeah.
What you want to do about that thing you've asked for. So, girls, as ladies, we lack that patience.
Okay.
In the period between our prayers and God answering our prayers, when we're told that it's wilderness.
All right.
That is the space God uses in doing so many things, in considering so many things before answering. So most girls lack that patience of waiting upon the Lord. And because men are there and they are people who provide at an instant, so they tend to go for the instant. Yeah, for the instant thing than waiting upon the Lord.
All right.
Yeah.
And you know what, Pastor?
Yeah.
There is a verse that tells us that you do not receive what you want because you do not ask God for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if you ask, you do not receive.
Yes.
Because your motives are bad.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about young men. So who now is dating the young men? Because, or maybe now girls like you, because a big chunk is dating older men. I mean, don't you think this is a generational evil? Because if you have, like, let's say 50% of the girls in college or girls your age, because it's actually not necessarily in college, but let's say girls your age, 50% of them will prefer having an older man who have money. But then remember, there is still men in your age who need to be dating girls of your age. That's why I'm saying it is a generational error. Because then, these men are gonna end up with very promiscuous girls, because maybe you're studying in Nakuru, the guy you end up marrying was in Nairobi, they don't know the kind of life you lived.
Yeah.
So these girls, when they settle down with these young men, at the end of the day, that marriage will not even be able to stand, because the foundation is very, very corrupted. Is it something that possibly girls are thinking, or our generation is thinking, that we need to correct it because it is a generational error? Paris.
As per now, as the things are going, I don't really think the girls are thinking of that thing, because
nobody is thinking far.
Everybody is thinking of the future, because it's getting worse and worse in terms of sponsors.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we can come up with something that will eliminate these sponsors. That's when the ladies will get to know about their future.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know the reason why these girls are going for these older men, because this young man is also handsome, like just like the old man.
And educated, maybe.
And educated.
Yeah.
But you see, they say this guy, maybe the guy in campus or the guy in college, the parents are the ones pay for him school fees, just like the parents is pay for my school fees.
They always say
it's being provided for, just like they are being provided for. So what does he have to offer? Nothing. Whatever I want, he cannot give me. So that's why you find that ladies or girls run away from them and go and search for greener pastures. The old men.
That's very wicked.
Yeah, they say jamaa hizi nipea kitu yeye tu nikaa mimi ananunulia kikenye mimi nanunulia. So that's why you find that these young men, they're alone. Most of them, they're just there.
Wow. So actually, sometimes it means that you can be dating a young man and look foolish to other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
because there's nothing you can provide
If
to you.
your personality is low,
Yeah.
you'll consider what people are saying about you.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, if then everyone thinks dating a young man is out of order, then you look foolish. You're dating somebody who is getting pocket money from their parents like you're doing. So that is why I think the influence is very high.
Yeah.
Because girls would prefer to have somebody who is able to make money. This is really, really worrying actually. And I pray that those of you watching us out there, that like you know, when people are in college, when students are in holidays, or whether they're in college, let's look for programs that are able to speak to these young people. Because at the end of the day, it may look like it is okay with them now, but look at 5 years to come, 10 years to come. I mean, these girls, they have abortions because they get pregnancies they never planned for. Some of them get HIV, some of them are killed, some of them are emotionally damaged forever. So if you're not even going to do something about it now, in the next 10 years, you're going to have a very bad generation, because there may not be, you know, there may not be nice weddings.
Yeah.
There may not be, you know, young people just dating each other in a very simple way. Because I think young people should be able to, you should be able to date somebody who came from college with you.
Yeah.
And you start from scratch and you rise.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be like you have to start from the top. Wow. Now, do you know any cases maybe that you can refer to in terms of like girls you know that have done that and where they are today, or that they succeeded, got their degree, and they're doing very well in life, and they got a very handsome man who settled down with them, they have a perfect family?
Yeah, I can give an example.
Yeah.
I like watching Nigerian movies.
Okay.
And if you know of a girl called Regina Daniels.
Uh-huh.
So the lady went and married an old man.
No, that is not reality, or in the
It's
movies?
a reality.
Okay.
It's
okay,
a reality.
yes, yes, okay.
So when the lady got married to this old man, people started talking about her. So up till now, she's nowhere to be seen. They don't really know where she is.
Oh.
They don't really know where she is. I got an update yesterday that she can't be seen anywhere. So
yeah,
when people talk about you about these things, you just feel frustrated, and sometimes you tend to hide away from the people.
Yeah. And this is somebody who has a good career, because if she is somebody who was on the limelight and going to an older, and it also it has a lot to do with some demonic powers, because like somebody like that, why are you looking for an older man? It's like when you have greed for money, you would want more and more and more, even when you have some.
And also, not all people that we connect with have the same motive that you're looking for.
Okay.
Apart from sexual desires or sexual satisfaction, some men, they're just evil.
Okay.
They may be having you for sacrifice and so on. Yeah.
Okay.
There's this talk show that I love to watch, and this certain lady was brought, and she told us her story. This guy came to her. At that time she was feeling very low, her self-esteem was very low. So she sought comfort in this guy, and this guy was twice her age.
Okay.
Yeah, so the guy asked, okay, she was called Cynthia. Cynthia, now where do you want to go? As in, your dream place. Where is it? She said that she wanted to go to the UK, but she was told, no, you can't go to the UK. Let us go to the USA. Okay, she was taken there. The guy was loving, caring, and all that for the first few times. But again, we find that though she settled down, she got a nice job. She was doing well. This guy went away. Because this guy was living in another state and she was living in another state.
Right.
So later on, she realized that the guy was having another woman.
Okay.
Yes. And later on, this woman got pregnant with the guy. But the guy came back, started apologizing, started saying, I'll change, I will leave the woman for you, blah, blah, blah. All those kind of things, those sweet, sweet words. And she agreed because she was in love with this guy. This was the first guy that came into her life and she fell in love with him. Later on, the guy started becoming abusive. He started hitting her physically. He was yelling bad words to her. And it went to a certain point that the lady decided to walk away. Then the guy came back. When the guy came back to apologize. So the guy used to take advantage that I can do anything, I can hurt this lady because I know later on when I come to apologize, she will forgive me and she'll accept me back. But after staying with this guy for like 13 years,
13 years.
Yes, she suffered. She was physically abused. She was emotionally abused. She suffered a lot under this guy's place. This guy got her pregnant. He even used to hurt the kid. Yeah. Just because the guy took her to the US, just because the guy provided for her with everything, she saw that she cannot get out of this relationship because she knows when I get out of this relationship, I'll have nothing. She was depending on the guy. So like she stayed for all those years before she realized that whatever I'm experiencing, this relationship is very toxic. I have to move out. That's when she decided to come back to Kenya and stay with her parents.
Now look at all those 13 years wasted.
Yeah.
I mean, really. Now, I think that is the same case. We have a few minutes to go, but I think that's the same case girls have, that you have had this man providing for you for the 4 years you've been in campus, and now you really try to disconnect, but you cannot disconnect because at the end of the day, they're like your oxygen, because financially they're the one who pay the bills.
Yes.
At the end of the day, your parents are not even able to match with him. And so girls put up with that kind of abuse. Do you think that in our nation, girls are also getting the money and the abuse together, tied together?
Yeah.
They do get abused?
Yes.
So it's not just the money, there is another dark side of it.
True.
It's only that maybe there is not much communication on the dark side about them. They just want to come and tell you it was good, we had fun, and
then they fear. They fear to expose the guy because they know they're the only ones who got themselves in that place at the first time. So you know you are the one who agreed to go with this sponsor, and then you realize that this guy is abusing you, he's taking advantage of you and everything. Who will you run to?
True.
You have no one to run to. So you just stay silent, persevere, but I won't call it persevering. How can you see a guy hitting you and you just sit back and keep quiet?
Now tell us, parents, do you think that we also have cases whereby like these girls even maybe drop out of college and realize that education has nothing compared to what I'm getting right now? Do you like go to school and you have this girl who was doing very well, they had a sponsor, they dropped out, they don't come back to college anymore? Do you have that?
Yeah.
Where do they go? They go to their parents or they go with this guy?
They don't go to their parents.
Okay.
There is one that the tutors were handling the case last time at our school. The girl had a sponsor, and because the sponsor was providing more than the parents were providing, she decided that she was going to stay with the sponsor. So the sponsor
was single, or the sponsor had an extra?
She had a wife.
All right.
So the sponsor went and looked for a house that she could stay with this lady. So at times she will go to his wife. At times she comes to this girl. So it was late when the parents realized that their daughter was not at school.
So now, what are you doing in the house from 8 a.m. to the other 8 a.m.? Just waiting for a man to come and
you now become a housewife.
Jesus.
That's what I can call it, because you wash the plates, wash the clothes. That's what you can do in that house. Yeah. There's nothing more you can do.
So are they still living together, or are they broken up?
They're still living together because the parents cannot talk because they were also eating from that money.
Hey, parents! Jesus! So actually, it then goes to show you sometimes you have to be very careful also when it comes to like parents, because I mean, if you're getting money from your daughter who you took to college, where is she getting the money from? Somebody should tell you something is wrong. Somebody is selling something and don't know what is the commodity they are selling. Find out where your girls are getting money from, or your sons. I mean, if they're not some genius and they're doing some things that's giving them money in college, find out where the money is coming from.
Some know. Some parents know and they continue supporting them.
What?
They go on supporting the children, especially mothers.
Yeah.
The mothers do support the ladies so much.
So a mother will support a girl who is having another woman's man.
Yeah, just because of material possession.
So, mama tafadhali. So that is just like to say, even that mama, even if she is married or single, if she got another kijama, then she will fall through the same trap. Yeah. That's now definitely something is very wrong there. That's a very evil foundation. Because if there is support from home for girls to do that, it means that it's actually a spiritual case.
True.
Because it's only that the mama, maybe you can find the mother possibly also have got their own side.
Yeah, you can find also the mothers are having a hideous relationship.
Out there.
Yeah.
All right. But do you think there is hope for this generation? As we come to an end, I want to hear what is the hope, what are the solutions? Because I think we, as much as we talk about it, we need to have some, some turnaround, because we're going to lose a generation. Paris, do we have hope in this generation?
Yeah, we still have hope as Christians, because
as Christians.
Yeah, as Christians we still have hope.
Because
we are being told that there is nothing that is hard for God.
True.
We can still go down on our knees and ask God to bring back that generation that was there before. And truly, God, I know God can do it unto our lives.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Your last words?
And also, because you have seen there is nothing good that comes out of sponsorship.
True.
Death, body defilement, and so on. It's all about negativity. So we have to end this thing up, and that is going to happen in us ladies by being contented and also knowing yourself.
Okay.
Personality matters. So you have to know yourself and also be saved. For those who are not saved, get saved, because God is our only source of providence. He's our only hope.
Wow, that is powerful.
As for me, I can say you help your friends, help your schoolmates, help the people out there, help everyone. You know that this lady is doing this and you know it's bad. Just sit down and talk to her. Don't just assume like she will come to her senses later on. No, try to guide her, try to help her. So when you see this is happening, don't sit back and keep quiet. Stand up and do something. Stand up and help the ladies or the girls who are entered into this thing and know that it's impossible for them. Talk to them, help them in every way. Preach the gospel to them. Tell them about Jesus. Tell them about God. And you'll have saved a very big generation.
Don't you think you should have gone to a theological school or do this? Because I'm listening to sing there. She sounded like a pastor or social worker. And here she is doing teaching. Anyway, thank you so much for the time we've had. I believe that those of you who have been watching, you have heard what is happening in our society. We cannot go to church and look like all is well. We cannot come to church and lift our hands and look like everything is perfect. But when you go down to our communities, our institutions, things are really bad. We are losing a generation of girls. Our young men really, they may not really have trust in young girls anymore, because you don't know who is righteous and there is no measurement of purity. So please make sure that this thing you take a step. If you're in a church, you're a church leader, make sure the girls you have in the church are being spoken to. Every church comes from a specific community. So as a church also reach out to that community. If you have, like you are a patron who is in college, just get programs that are going to turn this thing around, because you're going to lose a generation of young people. So let us get ourselves to doing something, not just sit and just hope that something is going to happen. God will use us to turn around this generation. God will use us even to bring some senses in these young girls, because the enemy is very busy making sure that we don't have girls in the next 20 years. We just have married women in college. They're not even married. We don't know what that is, but it's just something. God bless you. Until next time, keep it here on Oracle Television Network at The Toxic Show. Bye-bye.
Bye.